Hello everyone and welcome back to Star Drive 2 where we've retaken our colony and we're still surviving, but in the last episode I did sort of explored some trade with both the Cordazine and the Chuck, and that revealed that they are both very far ahead in terms of research, so I'm going to be struggling with that. And we fought a battle against a Chuck fleet, which, whilst we won, and in terms of the results, we won pretty decisively. There were signs there that they are pulling away in technology. Their ships were just a little bit better than ours. Their shields were stronger. Their weapons they weren't. Obviously weren't fatal because we won, but it's kind of things are developing in a worrying way, so we need to address that. We have, however, finally got a small positive balance, so and I'm hoping that's going to increase next term with the construction of this Imperial Bank at Earth, and then in 13 turns time by getting these precious metals. So we've got an Explorer here which has refueled. I'm going to send it down here in the hope that by the time this sort of runs out of fuel, this station will be built and it will extend our range over here. On this front, what I want to do is just see whether we can get our fleet towards one of their planets, because on our world we've actually got quite a number of troops, and we did manage to retake this world. Pretty decisively actually, and we've recruited more troops on our other world, so we could combine them all into a large army. But the question is, can we get to their worlds, or do they have reserves? That will stop us. As we've got a small positive balance, I'm thinking what we need to do is develop this colony, and I think the best thing that we're going to be able to do is to it's going to cost us 2, so we're going to go back down to net 0, but I think giving this colony some independence in terms of its food production would just help it then expand up to 5 colonists and just turn it into a more useful world for us. How are things going over here? So they're going to have an aeroponic farm actually. So that's going to actually put us into the negative, isn't it? Yes, but the bank is going to be built on Earth. So okay, well look, we'll just let's just spin the wheel and end the turn. And there's another enemy fleet there. What do these consist of? Okay, little ones, but troop transports that we can't allow just to operate in our space without being checked. So our trade treaty with the Cordazine has expired, so I'll look at renewing that. We've got the bank on Earth, so that is that's producing us 3, which is good. We've obviously lost our trade agreement, so maybe we need to reinstitute that before we know exactly where we are. And we've built this farm so that there's actually positive food on this world now. Now then, let's start with some diplomacy and contact these guys. I mean, they're not particularly friendly, but they're not our immediate neighbour, so it's very much the case of the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So let's have a look at trade. What about medium trade rights? Would they go for that? No. Okay, well look, we'll get rid of that. Let's see about small trade rights. They won't go for that, but I suspect it may not take too much. Yeah, 13. 13 and they won't go for it. Like that. Certainly not Okay. That's a bit of a shame. It's because I refused to trade with them previously. They wanted technology, and I just didn't want to give it to them. Alright, so we could offer medium trade rights. They'll go with that. So basically, I think we end up giving them more money. But it would repair the relationship. Let's go with that. Okay. So not ideal for us, but it's given us a positive +3 balance now. So we've got something that we can work with. Anything else we want to build on this world? More production. Oh, actually, let's get that Imperial University because we are really lagging behind in science, trade goods. So the university costs 1. Okay, how many scientists have we got here? 1 scientist. Let's go with the bank because it doesn't cost anything to actually have, and it may improve our finances. Anything I want to be doing else? I think that's probably it. University there, farm there. Yeah, okay, let's move on. Okay, that's good. That's going to reduce the maintenance, and I think that's given us a +5 now because it's reduced the station upkeep, which is great. Let's have a look at research then. What have we got available? Orbital shipyard, more production when building ships. That's very tempting. Pollution resequencer, also very tempting. Yeah, do you know, let's go with that pollution resequencer because we are losing, I think on Earth, we're losing 5 production to pollution, so it just becomes less efficient putting more and more colonists into production when you're losing a big chunk of it to pollution. So let's tackle the pollution. Let's look after our colonies. Just making sure there's nothing else to do for now. No. So this fleet obviously turned around and started to run back, so maybe that's a good sign. Maybe we're being lured into a trap, but let's keep going. We're moving quite a bit faster than this. And I don't think we're going to have the fuel, so no, let's actually get back and restock. We're low on ordnance, I just realised as well. We are perhaps being a little bit too timid, but yeah, let's go with Xenomine. Get the production ramped up. Maybe being a little bit too timid, but I don't know. We've got to exercise a certain level of caution. And yeah, okay. Sorry guys, just seeing whether any notifications popping up. No, I think that's quite a quiet turn, so we'll advance again. And again as well, I think. I think I said a few episodes ago, I believe you can just hold this button down and it'll keep on chugging along almost in real time, but that's not for me. I don't have that level of confidence. Okay, so this fleet's now replenished in terms of its fuel and ordnance. What's going on over here? So they've got one of those ships which was quite powerful, and these little ones. So let's see whether we can go and disrupt whatever evil little plans they've got. We might have to take off this station on the way, but that'll be interesting in itself. Righty-ho, let's advance a turn again. And again. Oh, things coming on down here. 4 turns to there. Yeah, he's coming down here. Right, so this one has been refueled. I just wonder whether, unless I'm missing something. You know, whether your ship has reached its destination message would be useful. I find myself kind of pausing and sort of looking around the map just to check where everything is, and if I knew I had that message to tell me when they were going to be idle, I'd be a bit more confident in advancing the turns. What have we got here then? So this world's losing money. It's not surprising. It's not really much on there to generate any income. What's it like in terms of... It's an abundant world, so maybe we should... yeah, let's go with the Xeno mine. Just thinking that with this, because it's an abundant world, it would be quite productive, and perhaps we could turn this into kind of like a forward staging ground, rather than have things come from Sol. There's not much distance between them, but a bit more production never hurts. Particularly when you've got a pollution resequencer, which is what we're trying to get to. Okay, so yeah, this station has sort of interdicted us. Let's see how we get on against this. And no finesse needed. I think let's just get in as quickly as we can into range. Ooh. Any chance of avoiding these? They're quite long range. I think we're just a bit too slow is the reality. Maybe we should put all power to shields whilst we're closing the range. So we've got the flak guns at least opening up to protect us from the missiles. That's very useful. I think it's the first time we've actually seen the flak batteries work for their intended purpose, rather than simply battering enemy ships. Well then, come away, because you are taking. You can already see the front of the ship going orange. So yeah, let's power the engines and try and save them. In the meantime, you guys keep battering away. I'm going to break down the shields. Oh no, our engine's damaged. Damn, I think we're going to lose this one. Oh no, we've lost one of the hopefuls. I think we finally have broken down. Yeah, we're slowly doing a little bit of damage, but it is slow. Let's see whether we can target frontally. Oh no! Oh dear me, guys, this is grim. Let's get out of here. Okay, so these stations are tough. That was a painful lesson. Let's get out of there, and I think if we're at sufficient range, let's retreat. Ooh, dear me. Can we boost whilst retreating? Not that there's much to boost. Oh, I think he got away. I think he just got away. Oh, dear me. Yeah. Very much against us. We've squandered a fleet there. That is going to hurt. Okay. We need to address that. So look, let's remain here. Oh no, the enemy going to capitalise. Well, we do have a lot of troops on this world, at least. Yeah, let's wait for the university to be built. The Xenomine, okay. Yeah, big blunder by me there. Oh well. So yeah, well, it's not surprising Earth is a core world. Okay, well that is good at least. An approval bonus, and we've got the university there. Now then, we need to build ships. Is the reality. We've got quite a positive food balance, so we'll switch them onto production, and the bank has been completed here, which has given us a bit more money. We've got a very slightly positive balance. So let's go into ship design and see whether there's anything we can do to improve the Hopeful. I don't think we've actually gained any ship systems at this point. No, not really. Yeah. I think with the Hopeful, we're just it's not going to really do much to fiddle around with it. But what I would like to do is design a new one, and just thinking, we haven't got the technology for these larger ships yet, so the Hopeful will do. How large are the fighter bays? So we could have these fighter bays. Well then, let's have a think about this. We want a sort of carrier that will get its fighters into battle, but keep itself out of harm's way. Let's what engines? Basic engines still. Okay, well, let's get engines on there anyway. And I think we're going to need to basically, I think, let's go with defenses. We'll have flares, defensive flares. We will want some shields. Do we want large shields like that? Probably not. Probably not. Armor we'll fill in later. Weapons, in terms of, do we want to have flak batteries? Let's have a look. What's the arc of those? Yeah, cool. So we can extend the arc. But that's only, so maybe we'll ditch the reactors there and have these on an extended arc, like that. And just wondering, no, we won't try and put another fighter bay on. A sensor array. No, I think we've got these sensors on the Hopeful, so we'll have them team up. Nuclear bombs, no. So we're underpowered. So let's add some more power. On fuel cells we need. Let's give us some fuel. Yeah, it's a shame we couldn't get another one on there, but it's okay. It's okay. Basic command. Power capacitors. Do we need them? No, I don't believe we will, but we will. It does take up some power actually, so let's make some use of power, and we will need ordnance for all of the defensive. So let's bring these power capacitors actually in here. We'll have a bit more fuel. How are we doing power wise? Oh, dear me. Let's we'll replace that fuel with another reactor then. And so it, yeah, let's add armor on. Now, ultimately, I don't want it to be too heavily armoured. I think that will do us. And we'll just call them carrier. Now then, what are our options here? Target, frontal, broadside, well, broadside, but really, we want to, okay, so we want to keep moving and we're going to want to just manually put them to the back of any sort of formation. So let's now see about building 9 turns, oh dear me. Well, we'll get 2 of them, and then 2. I'm thinking we might want to pull back our fleet, I say our fleet, our single ship, pull him back to Sol or wherever he needs to go, because there's no point in trying to take on all of these in one go. I think we have to basically rely on the ground troops to defend our worlds. Okay, so we got our pollution resequencer, which will help with construction at some point. Fusion engines would at least speed up our ships. Let's go with that. We could do with them being faster. And we got our constructor complete. But I'll tell you what, I think that this is maybe I've been very silly here. So it's +6, and 6 credits. But actually, it's costing us 9 because it's so far out. But it is providing +2 production turn, and it will increase obviously our range. But yeah, okay, perhaps not a brilliant. Oh, actually, is it because we haven't built the mining station? Maybe that's it. Actually, am I being a mining station here? Okay, so that's being a complete moron. I haven't built the thing I need to build in order to get the benefits, but I've resolved that at least. So we're going to suffer a bit of a deficit for a little while, but then hopefully recover from that. And let's end the turn. And again. Oh, this colony may fall once again, and this time I don't know if we'll have the strength to retake it. Diamond Rain, it's a very toxic, poor little world, but it would generate some cash for us. Still, I think all effort needs to be on. Oh yeah, so here we go. We got my farmer. And we are, yeah. Currently, we're looking pretty good. Yeah, we did more damage to them. The question is whether they're going to bombard us or do anything particularly unpleasant from orbit. Oh, I don't like this. Just having our colony at the mercy of the enemy fleet. Oh, they're coming to try and take out that ship, so we'll have to retreat further into our territory. Let's fight. So yeah, we should be able to defend the colony. Obviously, because of Farmer Giles there to the very fore of the defense. Let's retreat right into our own territory here. Yeah. Okay, yes, there's lots of hostile fleets. Okay, we are taking them out. I'm pretty sure in the first battle I fought there were sound effects while the troops were shooting at each other, but that doesn't seem to be the case anymore. I don't know whether that is a little bug or whether I've selected an option. I don't know. It's not too problematic. Okay, so we should successfully have defended Alpha 1, which is good, which is refreshing. So I tell you what, on that little success, on however brief it may be, I'll end the video here, guys, and I will see you next time.